Washington Pod presents Earl Nightingale.
The last couple of days I've been reading a book that's been in my library for many years. It was written, I believe, in 1935 and is possibly now out of print. It's Man the Unknown by Dr. Alexis Carrel, the great Nobel Prize-winning physician who died in 1944. He writes that the happiest and most useful men consist of a well-integrated whole. This would also apply to women, of course. Consist of a well-integrated whole of intellectual, moral, and organic activities. The quality of these activities and their equilibrium gives to such a type its superiority over the others. The development of complete human beings must be the aim of our efforts. It is only with such thoroughly developed individuals that a real civilization can be constructed. And then he says, there's also a class of people who, although as disharmonious as the criminal and the insane, are indispensable to modern society. They are the people of genius. They are characterized by a monstrous growth of some of their psychological activities. A great artist, a great scientist, a great philosopher is rarely a great man. He is generally a man of common type, with one side overdeveloped. Genius can be compared to a tumor growing upon a normal organism. And these ill-balanced beings are often unhappy, but they give to the entire community the benefit of their mighty impulses. Their disharmony results in the progress of civilization. Humanity has never gained anything from the efforts of the crowd. It is driven onward by the passion of a few abnormal individuals, by the flame of their intelligence, by their ideal of science, of charity, and of beauty. Interesting thought, isn't it? The happiest and most useful people consist of a well-integrated whole. These are those beautifully balanced people with good or even fine minds, great interests in a wide variety of pursuits, who are, as a result, seldom bored, seldom depressed. They look out toward the world and its infinite variety of interesting and exciting ideas and events. They seldom look inward upon themselves, but when they do, they're quite happy with what they find. Now, this is not to say that the well-balanced person cannot be a genius. Many are. Dr. Carrel's men of genius, characterized by a monstrous growth of some overpowering and consuming and, as a result, overbalancing talent, are more than just geniuses. He's writing about the great artists, the great scientists, and the great philosophers who appear on the world stage so rarely. In these people, it seems that all these strength-giving alloys have been withheld, leaving only the rare and pure single metal of their makeup. And while they shine like the rare stars they are because of their purity, they suffer terribly from their lack of wholeness. Whenever they step off the one substance that gives meaning to their lives, they must fall into the chasm caused by their lack of footing in every other direction. But while I'm sure they suffer, they must also know a corresponding joy and elation at times, far above anything enjoyed by their well-balanced and generally happier brothers. And they do drive humanity onward. The development of complete human beings must be the aim of our efforts, and a good place to begin is with ourselves. And it's good to go back sometimes to the old books in our old libraries.